speaking of influential, two of the biggest, really just it even goes beyond rap, maybe even personalities of this industry. Chief Keef and Young Thug, two very, very inspirational people. Whether it's fashion, whether it's music, whatever. Whatever you want to look at, these two have been two of the pillars of inspiration inside of the rap community. And you said you wanted Chief Keef? You wanted to take Chief Keef's side?
I'm taking Chief Keef 1,000 out of 1,000. Every single time.
I don't know, man. I don't think he's
all right.
Okay, you do your case first, and then I'll.
No. You're going first. I'll let you go first. So take the floor.
Young Thug. It's just, where do you even begin with him? Where do you begin? Because he's done so many things that have been inspirational to people. You know what? I'll point out a big one right now. That's a little more recent and more relevant. That Harry Styles guy, right? The guy that was on the what cover was he on? Was it I think Vogue, maybe? Might have been Vogue.
Talking about Harry Styles from One Direction.
Yeah, that guy. He's been going up this year from what I've been seeing across social media. So on the cover he was on, he wore a dress. He wore a dress. And who do we know that was really big that wore a dress a while ago? Young Thug, right?
Yeah.
I would say he made it more socially acceptable to be out like that, to just wear a dress like that, and to be yourself, really. To be whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, be whatever you want to be, wear whatever you want to wear. And yeah, that's I would say that's very influential, very inspirational. I feel like if it weren't for him, for Young Thug wearing that dress when he did, I don't think Harry Styles would have been able to do it at this point. I feel like we'd still be a little bit behind. We wouldn't be as progressed as we are without Young Thug, because Young Thug is fearless. Young Thug is going to do whatever he wants to do. He's going to be whatever he wants to be. He's going to wear what he wants to wear, right?
Of course.
And I think that in itself is super influential and inspirational. Even if you don't listen to his music, I guarantee you come across him at some point in some way. And that's just how far out his reach is just so, it's so mind blowing how he could be just to be as big as he is and to inspire so many people. You could basically argue that he's the reason for Lil Baby being what he is today. For him inspiring Lil Baby and bringing him out.
He is the reason.
You know?
I'm pretty sure I seen that he paid Lil Baby to start rapping, basically, to get off the streets. Yeah. So yeah,
and that influence to be in that kind of role for Lil Baby, right? To bring him out like that, and to literally shape him into one of the best artists out in a long time. I think that's a lot of influence.
I think he does. I agree. He does definitely have a lot of influence over Atlanta rappers. Yeah,
absolutely. You think of Atlanta, you're going to think Young Thug. I think Young Thug's going to be the one you primarily think of first.
It's Future.
And I'm looking, Harry Styles was on Vogue. Yeah, Future, yeah, but...
There's no but.
What?
It's Future first. There's no but.
Okay, tell me this. What has Future done that... Now, I'm not doubting Future at all. I love Future. I think Future is one of the greatest, right? What has he done for Atlanta to be more influential than Thug?
He's put on so many people.
More than Thug? Has he made bigger artists than Lil Baby? Than Gunna? Lil Keed?
I mean...
I don't think he has. I don't think he has the same influence that Thug has.
I feel like he's influential, but right now I'm at a blank because I wasn't really thinking about this, Thug versus Future. But he is a big artist. He's influential. He's a great artist. He's actually one of my favorite artists. But yeah, I'm not here to argue for him. I'm here to argue for Chief Keef.
Go
Keef
ahead, then
calls
you
out.
have the floor.
Okay, so look, Thug, I respect what he's doing. I respect that. I know that he's influential. I listen to Thug. He's one of my favorite artists as well. But he's just not on the level of influential. He's not on the influential level of Chief Keef. Chief Keef was like, he literally put on Chicago. Like, other than Kanye West, who can you think of that's from Chicago? Go.
Off the top of my head,
Yeah, off the top of your head.
let me see, King Von. Uh, yeah. I'm just kind of drawn. I guess
I mean, but yeah, he's one of
Dirk,
that. He's
Greasy.
like, he made a way for. You can argue that he made a way for all those people, because he created a whole style of rap that was popularized at that time. Everybody was listening to drill. Everybody, right or wrong.
Yeah, everybody was.
He
Yeah,
made a whole genre of music, right or wrong.
he did. Yeah, but
Well, you can
at the same time,
you can argue that he didn't make drill, but it's irrefutable that he popularized it. He made it, like, he made everybody listen to it. But yeah.
he did popularize it. Yeah,
I'm like,
but
okay, let's go into who he's influenced.
okay, yeah.
Playboy Cardi, easily.
He's influenced
Lil
Playboy
Pump.
Cardi.
Yeah, you can, bro. If Playboy Cardi does an interview, you can. He 9 times out of 10 he'll say that Chief Keef is an influence. You can hear
How?
Chief Keef.
And where does his music?
In his older music, a lot of people didn't listen to Cardi back then, but he's in his own lane now. He's trying to do his own thing. Back then, you can hear the obvious resemblance to Chief Keef. Lil Pump got skidded from who? The Chicago scene, and who was the forefront of that? Okay, so Lil Pump.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like a whole lot of other people. Like, Chief Keef is just that guy. Like, Love Sosa. I don't like. Everybody will listen to those songs. It's just like, I respect Thug, but like, he's like not even on the level of Keef yet.
Okay, so you said how Keef popularized.
He put on a whole
popularized drill music.
Look, okay.
He did.
Here's some other artists that he indirectly put on. G Herbo, King Von, Polo G. And just those are like the main people that are like really popular right now. And King Von, well, did I say King Von already? Hello? Myron?
Yeah.
Okay, I said King Von already. RP. Yeah. I was just making sure.
Yeah, RP.
But yeah, those are like the main people that are like really popular right now. And just all the people that like I haven't mentioned that are popular, I apologize in advance, but he really made the Chicago rap scene thrive as a result. And you can't really say that. Well, you can say that for Thug, but the Atlanta scene, the Atlanta scene was always popping. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but okay.
The Chicago scene,
Atlanta was a very different scene, though.
Okay, now I'm not done yet, though. But before Chief Keef, would you say that other than Kanye West, the Chicago rap scene was super big?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so like, how is this even comparable?
But
he put on a whole fucking state, well, a whole city, really state.
Okay. What about this? Right? Okay, so the Atlanta scene before Future, before Thug, you had people like you had so many.
You can't say Future. You can't say Future. Nah, Future. Yeah, Future's different.
I'm just saying like before those artists.
T.I.
People like T.I. Jeezy, Gucci. The Atlanta was a very different scene, and for Thug to come through and basically
do what?
Rearrange all that, get people accustomed to his style of music. I think that's a pretty big feat.
No. Oh yeah,
People still listen
he
to that
did.
stuff, sure, but
No. But he like that's not what I'm arguing though. You know that I'm not arguing that. The Atlanta scene has always been popping. That's just not arguable, right?
yeah, okay. So Chief Keef, he made Chicago drill popular, right? He made it more known.
It's not
That's
even
true.
that though.
Atlanta was always already known.
My main point is that it's not comparable at all. Atlanta was always
Not
popping.
comparable,
Atlanta had their artists, right?
but he basically flipped it to what he was making, to the music he was making, because the way his music is way different than what Atlanta music was.
You're
right?
getting what I'm saying.
For
though,
him
right?
to, I mean, you're okay. Go elaborate more on what you're saying.
I'm saying that the Atlanta scene always had artists. The Chicago scene didn't have that many artists until Chief Keef did what he did and put on for those other people. Lil Durk, King Von RIP, G Herbo, Polo G, just a whole lot of other people. Those you can say that those guys probably wouldn't have had an easier rise to fame if Chief Keef didn't do what he did, right?
Okay, so
Chief, that's what I'm saying. Chief Keef
so
put on a
you're
whole
saying,
city. Chief Keef put on a whole city, right? Thug City was already popping. He just put on artists. Like he put on people that were coming up. Yeah, influential, cool, but Chief Keef put on a whole city. Like
so
yeah,
you
it's
think
just
that?
not like the same thing. He's more influential.
So let me ask you this: which is easier, to get big in a city where there weren't already big people, and to shift the entire direction of the music in Atlanta to what he's making? I think that's a lot
But not
harder to do
everybody.
than to get big in a city where
That's not
nobody was
even
big.
thinking about it now. That's not really even a good point because Gucci still raps like Gucci, Ti still raps like Ti, Future still raps like Future. People but the people that are under Young Thug, of course they're gonna try to mimic him. Of course they're under him, but Lil Baby still raps like Lil Baby. He doesn't rap like Young
To
Thug.
bring in,
It's just you can't say that he shifted to what he's trying to like accomplish. Like they're not sounding like Young Thug, except for the people that are under him. People still rap the same. He didn't shift the whole.
bringing in the younger generation to bringing in the younger generation and making the people under him bigger, and then having that style passed on to them, which in turn is listened to by a pretty large percent of Atlanta. You don't think that's a harder thing to do?
No, bro. What? Putting on a whole city.
That's crazy.
Putting on a whole city. Period is way harder than that.
Where nobody was already big, versus coming in behind these monolith, huge.
Okay, you can
huge
say
artists.
You can say it like that, but like Young Thug, listening to Young Thug back then, like everybody knew Young Thug was gonna get popular just by the way he rapped. Like it was a good flow, but it's just like like you get me?
I don't know. I feel like what Thug did was a lot tougher and more
It just
challenging.
doesn't make sense to me. He literally came up and put other people under him. Chief Keef came up and put on a whole city. Not the same thing. Way crazier.
I don't know about way crazier, man.
What? How do you not see that?
I mean, yeah, it's impressive, but if you already don't have,
he put on a whole city.
If you don't have artists already established that built that scene, I feel like it's a lot easier for you to come out and do your thing and have a big following, big people.
But Chicago, I feel like now Chicago is a hub of rap, and that literally, if you put Thug in Chicago, would he be able to do that?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what he definitely did a lot better. He was lucky to be in Atlanta, I would say. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Thug just His wave,
No, I
man. I
still
just think that was.
I listen to Thug. I fuck with Thug, but it's just I feel like
Yeah, we both love both artists, but you know,
I feel like Keef is more influential.
I'm gonna have to agree to disagree, man. Because
Agree to disagree,
I
man.
just, yeah. So it's gonna have to be. I don't see Keith being more. Just, I mean, what he did. Okay, so to bring up Chicago like that, it's huge. It's massive accomplishment.
Man, I'm
But
done. Man, I'm done. I'm done.
let me say, but to have such a stark contrast in music from what came before.
Okay, Myron, we agreed to disagree. We agreed to disagree.
Just wanted to get that last point out. Make sure people know.
Put on the
Make
whole
sure
city.
people know.
Put on some people under. What's better?
To come behind huge legends, they rapped way different than him, and just to make everything his own.
Kanye West. That's Kanye West. Kanye West bigger than all those
Okay,
Atlanta
who
rappers.
else?
Period.
Who else? Who else?
Kanye West bigger than
Who
all
else?
those Atlanta rappers.
Who else did Keef have to? Who did Keef? Who did Keef have to compete with to put on Chicago?
Am I right?
Yeah, but who did Keef have to? Who did Keef have to compete with to put on Chicago?
Literally worldwide. Atlanta rappers
Bro.
were not at that time. It's different.
Bro. Okay. Agree to disagree.
Next topic, man.
But like I said, I still really mess with with
now,
Chief
okay,
Keef. So I'm getting into the next topic. So